What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Vault. My name is Money, and today we are going to be doing a second part to covering Funko's Virtual Con 2021. This is, of course, in replacement of Emerald City Comic Con 2021, considering it was postponed because of the coronavirus. So this is technically the third day of reveals because they announced one thing on Monday, but it's actually, in my opinion, the second day of reveals because this is the second full day of reveals with an announcement pretty much every single hour all day. Now, I did already put out a part 1 of this series yesterday, so make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. I will link it at the end of this video where I talk about all of the kind of retro toys and anime and stuff like that. So make sure you guys check that out after this video is over. I'll link it on the end card for you. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You guys know the drill. Helps the channel grow, helps me make more content for you guys watching at home. The first reveal of the day was Disney's Beauty and the Beast. For the 30th anniversary, we have Belle in a green dress with a book. I'm glad they were very specific in naming this pop Belle in the green dress with a book because I couldn't get that looking at the fucking image. So this is the 30th anniversary of Beauty and the Beast this year, which makes me think that we might be getting a full wave of Beauty and the Beast pops moving forward. And it's kind of interesting that they didn't announce this as a part of the Toy Fair catalog, considering that Funko really dropped the ball with Toy Fair this year. And they love doing anniversary sets where they give us full sets of characters from a specific movie when they hit a big milestone to celebrate an anniversary. So I think that betting on a full Beauty and the Beast set this year is a pretty safe bet, and I'm interested to see what else they do with this line. But as far as this specific pop goes, it's kind of meh. Nothing all too interesting, and I imagine that this is going to be a pass for a lot of Disney collectors. Next up, we have the Adventures of Gummy Bears Green Ogre. Now, this is the first official confirmation of a piece-counted pop for this convention. We had some 1,000 piece Pez heads yesterday for Masters of the Universe, but this is the first pop that has a hard piece count on it, which means it'll be exclusive to the Funko shop and most likely exclusive to those who are able to win the lottery, because it'll definitely be sold out before the general public gets any sort of chance to grab it. So I don't know what the Adventures of Gummy Bears is. It's not a set that I collect, and it's not even a show that I can recognize, but I can recognize that this pop looks great, and the piece count doesn't influence my opinion on it or whether or not I'm going to get it, because I don't care about this and I don't want to pick it up. I just think it's a really cool looking pop, and it fits the whole motif of Emerald City Comic Con with the green coloring, so I think it's a great pop for the convention. It's a great pop for the Gummy Bears collectors, but it, in my opinion, is not a pop for me, so this is an easy pass. Next up, we have the Alice in Wonderland 70th Anniversary Caterpillar. Why didn't they give this man his hookah pipe? I need to know. We've got pops with guns, we've got pops with boobs hanging out, but outside of that detail missing from this pop, overall I think it is a great choice for the convention. They just announced a full Alice in Wonderland set coming later on this year, so I think this is a great addition to that set, and it's a perfect pop for a convention because this guy is really only in the movie for a little bit. He's not a main character, he's not a reoccurring character in multiple scenes, and I think that's what conventions should be about. It's about picking things that hardcore fans of franchises would love to have in their collection, and that adds to the exclusivity a little bit, rather than just doing a variant of Belle holding a book, for God's sakes. This is a brand new character from a niche moment from the movie that I assume a lot of Disney collectors are going to be super excited about, even though they didn't give him his damn hookah pipe. Like, I just don't understand why they didn't put that in. We got Meredith Palmer with her literal boob hanging out. I think a hookah is okay for a toy. Next up, we have the Pop Deluxe Pirates of the Caribbean skeleton on a gold pile, and this glows in the dark. Now, I cannot believe that this is not a piece-counted pop. This screams exclusivity. This screams super hard to get. So it's crazy to me that this is just going to be limited edition and most likely shared with a retailer. And this pop is absolutely gorgeous. Danny and I have a few Pirates of the Caribbean pops. We don't have the full set, and we also have a few Disney Parks exclusives. But personally, this is the first thing of Emerald City Comic Con 2021 that I am saying I 100% need to have this for my collection. The detail on this pop is outstanding. The shimmer in the gold, the jewels around the pile, and then the fact that it glows in the dark, I imagine that this glow is going to be just incredible. And I also love the sort of like subtle fact that the color of the glow is green because, of course, Emerald City Comic Con. And also, who doesn't love Pirates of the Caribbean ride when you go to Disney? That's like the first thing that Danny and I do when we get to Magic Kingdom. We look at the castle, we take a picture in front of it, and then we're right off to Pirates and Haunted Mansion. So that's that's why this is another must-have for me, because it's nostalgic for me. I miss going to Disney because we haven't been in a while because of the virus, so this is a nice little like keepsake to have in memory of all those trips that we've taken. So this is 100% coming home, going to be added to our collection, and I cannot wait to see the incredible details and the awesome glow on this. Moving away from general Disney and moving into Star Wars, we have Yoda Military Green, and we know that this is going to be shared with Target because it was available much earlier. Some employee put it out on the shelf way too early. So this is okay. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. I mean, it's Yoda. Yoda's green. That checks that box. I believe that the actual box is going to be green as well, like a nice little black and green mat to it. So that checks that box as well. But it also checks the box of, okay, this is just another lazy variant for a convention rather than a new character or a new mold or something. So personally for me, this is a pass. Danny is the Star Wars collector between the two of us, and I don't know her thoughts on this. I guess we can ask her. What do you think of this green Yoda?
It's just Yoda.
Right, but it's green. It's military green Yoda.
It's already green.
So this just seems lazy. It seems like it should be like, this is an example of a pop that I feel like should have been piece counted for the hardcore Star Wars collectors. Make this like a 1,000 limited edition, or like maybe even a crazy like 500 piece or something available only on the Funko shop. Because let's be honest, this is going to be sitting on Target's shelves for forever, I imagine. And I don't imagine this having any sort of value on the secondary market. So for me, again, this is another pass, and in general, I disapprove of this altogether. All right, the 3 o'clock reveal moves us to Marvel. Very interesting that there's only one Star Wars pop for Emerald City. I figured there would at least be 2 of them. No child variant. The child's green. That doesn't feel right. Moving on to Marvel, we have Pop Marvel Spider-Man 2099. Now, this is, of course, just another Spider-Man variant. We've had this pop a few times now, but this one, he has the webs behind him and the suit has much more detail. Personally, for me, this pop looks pretty good. I love how they have the web flowing out from behind him, and the suit looks fantastic in a more dynamic pose rather than just the generic Walgreens one that already exists. At least I think it's Walgreens. I'll fact check myself on the screen here. But it's a cool looking pop. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, but I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan in terms of picking this up. So while this is a pass for me, I think it is a great pop in general, and I imagine this being shared to either the aforementioned Walgreens or Hot Topic or something. Also, something interesting to note here is that so far on every single reveal, we've had the official Comic-Con sticker in the bottom left-hand corner, but this Spider-Man is the first one to have the shared sticker for us to see on these pops. So I wonder if maybe we're either at the halfway point in terms of reveals, or maybe this is just like a mistake on Funko's part. Just something interesting to point out. Next up, we have Zombie Morbius from the Marvel Zombies line, and this is going to be shared to GameStop. Now, I do believe that there is a Zombie Morbius pop on the pipeline already, like it's on its way in a future wave, but I don't think that it's out just yet, so this is actually interesting that we're going to be getting a variant of that, and this pop looks great. I think it is one of the stronger Marvel Zombies pops, and actually I think a majority of the Marvel Zombies set looks fantastic, but I love how they have the green gash on his head and on his side, and I think the pose that he's in is super dynamic, and while I'm not a collector of the Marvel Zombies set yet, I do think a bunch of them do look cool and it's very tempting. This is definitely one of those pops that is making me say, ooh, the Marvel Zombie set might be something I want to get into. Next up, we have Deadpool in a teddy bear pantsuit, and this is just dumb as hell. I'm not going to talk about this for very long at all, other than the fact that I think this is just ridiculous. Now, I don't understand why this exists. Sorry, guys, I'm watching the Nintendo Direct that's happening today in the background of filming this video, so I'm trying to like, ooh, am I missing anything important? And they're just adding another stupid character to Smash Bros, so I don't give a crap about it. Ooh, Fall Guys is coming to the Nintendo Switch. That's exciting. Where's our Fall Guys pop for Emerald City? Come on now. So this Deadpool is, in my opinion, pretty stupid. I don't understand exactly why this needs to be a thing. I do think that the Deadpool set does get some things really, really right, like the Dino Pool that's coming out. That's an incredible looking pop. But this one just feels like a stupid, lazy variant, and I genuinely would not be surprised if we get a flocked version of this somewhere down the line as a con exclusive or somewhere else. The next reveal is the NBA mascot for the Sonics, the Seattle Squatch. Now this makes a lot of sense. Not only was this teased before the convention reveal started, but also Funko for the last few Emerald City Comic Cons has loved making mascots for various teams from the state, so it just makes complete sense to me that this is what Funko is bringing for Emerald City this year. I'm more or less surprised that this is not a flocked version. I would assume that, again, this is just like the Deadpool. Somewhere down the line, we would get a flocked version of this pop as well. But it just seems weird that Funko wouldn't want to go big or go home on it straight out the gate. Assume that there are a lot of Sonics fans out there, so this is a pretty awesome pop for those people who want to have a piece of their team's memorabilia in pop form and support their team that they love as well. And then also for everybody who lives in Washington or in the Seattle area, I'm assuming that you are also a fan of the team, so this is, again, awesome representation for those of you out there. I don't know anything about the NBA. I can look at this and I could say, oh, that's Sasquatch. It's pretty cool. But in terms of like, oh, this is something that we should have had a long time ago, like, I don't know. Is the Sonics still a team? Is this their current mascot? Have they replaced it with the new mascot? I don't know. And that wraps up the day's reveals from Funko for Emerald City Comic Con 2021 or Virtual Con 2021. I want to hear from you guys down below in the comments. What is your favorite reveal so far? Is it from this day? Is it from yesterday? Is it from Monday? Make sure you guys leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite item is so far or what you are still holding out hope for in the coming days. For me personally, it's the Pirates Pop. I absolutely have to have that in the collection. I'm hoping that it goes to a retailer, not like Box Lunch where there's not one of those in the immediate area. I want to be able to go out the day of and grab this thing in person and secure it for myself because I think it is just such an awesome pop. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. Something like 65% of the people watching my videos are not subscribed. So I would appreciate you guys hanging around and checking out what else I post here on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to collect what you love, even while what you love is a thick Sasquatch. And as always, guys, I will see you soon.